The Thatcher Eagles were searching for their third consecutive 2A state championship, but they would have to fly over the Round Valley Elks for the honor. Round Valley started out well and moved the ball down the field for a couple of first downs. The drive stalled just inside Thatcher territory, however, and Round Valley elected to punt. On Thatcher's first possession, Jack Courtson followed his blockers around the right side for a nice pickup, and then did the same thing around the left side as well. Courtson then went wide right again, and he's got the edge. One man to beat, and he's not gonna get him as Courtson goes untouched 42 yards to open the scoring. Elks quarterback Kason Wolf says, "Hey, I can do that as well," and sprints around the left side, and he's gonna go almost all the way, but Trace Goodman manages to push him out at the 12 to save the touchdown. Thatcher's bend but don't break defense does it again, and the Elks elect to try a field goal on fourth down. But the attempt is blocked by Cole Motes, and the loose ball is picked up by Riley Morris, and he's off to the races as Morris weaves in and out of traffic but was caught by Taven Bevel. Morris immediately grabbed for his left ankle after being tackled, and we can see why as his left foot just turned when he was hit and dislocated the ankle. It was a tough loss for the Eagles, as Morris is a captain and one of their top players on both offense and defense. But he went to the hospital and got his ankle put back in and came back to watch and cheer on his team. Our hats are off to you, sir, as one of the toughest players we've seen. After both teams punted, the Eagles were back up near their end zone when Trevin Clark fumbled the ball. Clark recovered the fumble, but Thatcher was forced to punt. On the Elks' first play after the punt, they put Wolf in at the slot with some trickery, and Bevel takes the direct snap around the left end, and he's gonna get 30 yards to Thatcher's 29 before he's stopped. Again, Wolf goes in motion to the slot, and Bevel takes the direct snap. This time, however, Quentin Turley's ready for him and got his hands on him and forced a fumble. The ball bounces right to Courtson, who spins out of a tackle, and it's a horse race down the sidelines. He's to the 30, the 20, the 10, all the way for an 84-yard fumble recovery touchdown. Mr. Automatic Connor Russell, who I can't remember when he last missed an extra point, put the kick through, and Thatcher was up 14-0. This play just might have been the turning point in the game. Up to this point, the Eagles had only one good drive compared to at least two good drives for the Elks, who just couldn't capitalize, and instead the ball bounced Thatcher's way. Another scary injury happened on the first play after the kickoff, as L.J. Foster falls down on his block attempt, and a pile of Eagles and Elks fall down on him. Foster was down on the field for roughly 30 minutes until EMS arrived and placed him on a stretcher. He was then taken to a local hospital. Word from the AIA is that Foster had movement in his arms and legs, and that the stretcher was used as a precaution. One has to wonder, however, why was there no EMS on scene for the game? Every game we've covered in the Gila Valley always has some sort of paramedics on duty for the game, and the same is reportedly true for Round Valley, but in the 2A state championship game, none of them were there until called. After the lengthy delay, the teams picked up where they left off, and the Elks' drive was stopped when Wolf and Alex Martinez Hernandez collided with each other on a failed handoff attempt. The Elks' defense held, however, and forced Thatcher into a punting situation. But somebody forgot to cover Turley, and Courtson spotted him and quickly threw him the ball. Turley headed downfield with one man to beat, and you're not going to wrap up Q in the open field with that much space. Turley goes 59 yards for the touchdown on the hot read to put Thatcher up 21-0 on yet another demoralizing play for the Elks. Let's listen to Courtson explain how the call went down.
I seen an extra guy right here, and the coaches were yelling, but I didn't want to look over there, so they didn't move over there. So I just hiked it and just boom, snapped it real quick.
Now it was Thatcher's turn to step up its defense, and Trace Goodman nails Alex Martinez Hernandez, but we have to give it to Alex as he held on to the catch. The following play, however, pushed the Elks back as Colin Thompson won't let Martinez Hernandez around the edge, and if I had just taken the hit from Goodman and then I saw Thompson chasing after me, I'd turn around and fall down as well. The defense did its job and forced a 3-and-out to get the ball back in good field position just before the half ended. It took Thatcher only 2 plays to get back into the end zone as Brock Jones takes the inside handoff and bounces off a defender to the outside. He's got only one man to beat, and he's in for a 42-yard score to put Thatcher up 28-0. Round Valley had one more shot before halftime, but Quentin Turley gets his arm up in between the ball and his man and jars it out for the incomplete pass. Just call him Q Palamulu. At the halftime break, Thatcher was in command, 28-0. Johnson Motors is proud to sponsor our local high school athletes. If you're in the game for a new ride, trust Johnson Motors for a great deal on a quality new or used vehicle. Shop our virtual showroom and then stop on by for a test drive. That's Johnson Motors in Safford. In the second half, the Eagles picked up right where they left off, and Thatcher was driving in the third quarter when it had one of its few miscues on the night, as Jones fumbled while trying to get extra yardage, and the Elks recovered the ball for the turnover. The Elks couldn't capitalize on it, however, due in part to voracious hits like this one from Goodman. The man is just a drilling machine out there. Now facing 4th and inches, Courtson keeps it up the middle and gets a first down and then some. He also got a face masking call against the defense and had to come out for one play due to them ripping off his helmet. Now we've got to hand it to the refs on this play as they place Jones down just inches from the goal line. In real-time speed, it's hard to tell, but if we slow it up, you can just see Jones's knee hit the ground while the ball is just shy of the plane of the goal line. What to do now? Oh, wait, I know. The same thing we did just a couple of plays ago. Courtson finishes up Thatcher's scoring on the night with a short plunge to put the Eagles up 35-0. The Elks faced 4th and 11 from their own territory, but when you're down 35-0 and the third quarter is running out, you have little choice in the matter. They needed 11 and they got 12 on this nice pitch and catch. However, they still ended up punting on the drive as they went backward and faced a 4th and 25. Courtson looked to finalize the game and go into a running clock mode with a score, but the pass rush got to him and knocked the ball out. Dustin Finch picked it up for the Elks, and he's got a touchdown in his eyes as he rumbles and bumbles down the field, but Turley's there to catch him before the Elks get points. The defense then stepped up again, and watch how Shumway comes over from his left side and fills the gap to nail Wolf on this one for no gain. Round Valley then set up for a field goal to avoid the shutout, but the snap is behind Holder Bevel and it goes all the way back to the Elks side of the field. After Thatcher failed to convert on 4th down, the Elks came back and Wolf hit Bevel along the sideline as Turley just missed the interception and Bevel could go all the way for the TD. But time was running out and Thatcher was up 35-6. Wolf added another 4-yard touchdown in garbage time to drop the score to 35-12, but it was too little too late, and Thatcher celebrated with its 3rd consecutive title. Have your windows seen better days? Whether it's dirt, grime, or hard water stains, The Window Ninjas is your go-to professional window cleaning service. Find us on Facebook at The Window Ninjas Gila Valley or give us a call at 965-4997 for a free in-home estimate and let us enlighten your windows.
For the 2A conference. Making the presentations to the teams, the Executive Director of the AIA, David Hines, and School Board Representative of the AIA Executive Board, Mike Bilal. Accepting the runner-up trophy for 2018, head coach Marcus Bell and the Round Valley Elks.
It was a dogfight from the beginning. Well, the whole game it was, but we settled down and we came together and we executed.
What about that fumble recovery that you had? You squared down the right side there. What happened there?
I was at the right place at the right time, and I got a lucky bounce and picked it up, and I was off to the races.
Zooming. Coming from Wilcox, having to sit out part of the season. I know you had a player, Colin Thompson, had to sit out part of the season. How important was it for you guys to come here? And I know you lost your coach before you even got into the season. And a perfect season, unbeaten all the way through, and 2A champions 3rd time in a row.
It's just, I'm so grateful to be here, and we just worked so hard even with all the adversity, and we got through it, and it paid off. We had a great season.
Anything else you want to say to your fans?
Thank you guys.
Here, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. These kids deserved it. They worked their tails off. They kept their focus. We knew what the ultimate goal was, but I've said this many times. We're trying to take it 1 week at a time, and even this week, that's what we did. Okay, we tried not to lose our focus. Round Valley is a good team. Congratulations to them. we wanted to make a statement, and hopefully we did. It was an ugly game, but we'll take it.
Well, congratulations, Coach. I know you had some really big plays there on defense. You had big plays on offense. I really like the hot read on the fourth down punt, fake punt, when the guy was open on the corner. Is it just accumulation of all your practice and coaching where you guys are able to actually make all those big plays? It seemed like everything that was big went your guys' way tonight.
Well, you got to be lucky sometimes too, we have a hot call. We have a hot call. We have a signal for a hot call, and in those kinds of situations we find ourselves open, and we were able to pull it off, and so. We worked tough in practice. We worked quarterback sneaks, we worked red zone offense, we worked red zone defense, taking safeties, we did all that stuff. So my kids were ready.
Well, congratulations on your first year, getting a perfect season and winning the 2A state championship trophy. Anything else you want to say to your team or any of your fans?
Congratulations, boys. They deserve it. They deserve it.
Hey, I gave them Ralph.
Three-peat on three! 1, 2, 3! Three-peat! Let's go! Let's go now! We did it! We did it! All right, man. Let's go. Love you, bro. I'm happy you moved here.
Reporting from Gilbert for the Gila Herald, I'm John Johnson.